The Science of Getting Rich.
Hello, welcome to Chapter 2. In this chapter, the author will discuss whether there really is a science to getting rich. The book The Science of Getting Rich shows us that getting rich is an exact science, but we can also say that it's an art, the art of becoming abundant in your way of thinking. If you did the exercise suggested in the last video, and I trust you certainly did, then I ask you, how did you feel about all the declarations that were proposed? Did you feel comfortable or not? Perhaps you're not yet used to this type of exercise, but it is fundamental for training your mind for abundance. This helps you get accustomed to this kind of practice, so that the ideas in this course can naturally take effect in your life. Furthermore, everything starts internally. Everything starts in the mind, and one of the first things you have to understand is that you have the right to be rich. And the more you repeat this, the more you do these exercises, the more real it will become. It will become a reality inside of you. These teachings will take root within you, and over time, you'll find that you naturally assume this truth, that you have a right to be rich. However, the question remains, is there really a science to getting rich? This is a question that will be a constant at the beginning of this journey, but rest assured that by the end of this course, you will have no doubt left. After you start practicing the course's teachings, you will notice in your daily life that there are people for whom everything they do seems to work out, while others, no matter how hard they try, don't get anywhere. The author states in this work that this happens because some people understand that there is a certain way of doing things. These people, even if they do things in this certain way intuitively, do well in life, while others do not. And throughout the book, the author always says that getting rich depends on doing things in a certain way. It's not a matter of doing certain things, but of doing things in a certain way. He also doesn't specifically explain what this certain way is throughout the book, but there is indeed a certain way to do things. And in this course, you will learn what it means to do things in a certain way. Yes, there is a certain way you must do things, and if you do things in this certain way, everything will start to happen in your life. The author explains that it doesn't matter who you are, where you live, or what city you're in. It also doesn't matter if you are poor or if you are rich. The science works for everyone. Of course, there are situations that make it difficult for you to do things in a certain way. Things like opening a business in the desert, or somewhere with great difficulty in obtaining the minimum resources for development, or things of that nature. But aside from that, the author says that anyone can get rich in the place or under the conditions in which they find themselves. But without further ado, what does it mean to do things in a certain way? Doing things in a certain way means doing things according to the laws of the universe. That's exactly what you heard. The science of getting rich is the science of living your life according to the laws of our universe, because the universe is governed by laws. So when he says that this is a science of cause and effect, he is referring to the law of cause and effect. So what happens when you create the cause? When you focus only on the cause, the effect will invariably happen. So, the universal law the author is citing is the law of cause and effect. The effect we are seeking is enrichment. We are seeking to get rich. So, we must focus on the cause of enrichment. And the first way to seek the effect, or the consequence of getting rich, is by starting to change our way of thinking. Changing your mindset about money is fundamental. When you think negatively, you end up vibrating negatively. The vibration of your body ends up repelling money away from you. The science of getting rich is based on the laws of the universe. Getting rich is about doing things in a certain way, and the right way is to do things according to universal laws. So you need to love money. You need to accept that you have the right to be rich, so that you can start vibrating in accordance with the right vibration. By doing this, you end up attracting everything you want into your life, and even better, you end up creating in your life the reality you've always wanted. In the universe, everything is governed by energy. We are made of energy, our cells, tissues, atoms. All things are interconnected through energy. Energy vibrates and is always in motion. You must learn to vibrate at the right energy. You must learn to vibrate at the energy of money. And maybe you ask yourself, how do I vibrate at the energy of money? You vibrate through your thoughts, by loving money, by wanting to have money, by emanating this vibration to the universe, where you say, I want to have money. I love money. Universe God, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to have so much money. Another important thing the author explains is that getting rich has nothing to do with being intelligent. Of course, it's important that you are somewhat intelligent. It's important that you seek knowledge, that you study, that you become a better person. But very simple people can get rich if they apply the teachings of the universal laws, and very educated, intelligent people can also get rich. There are opportunities for everyone. Another very important point is that you need to learn that getting rich has nothing to do with saving money. There are people who save money their whole lives and remain poor. They die poor. Meanwhile, other people spend freely and are very rich. Making money is about living in accordance with the laws of the universe, when you align your mind, your body, and your spirit. And when you understand that you are one with the whole, that you are part of the universe, and you focus on vibrating at this frequency, you will learn how to attract money into your life, and then everything will start to work out. So the most important thing in this chapter is to learn to do things in a certain way. It's about doing things always understanding that for every cause, there is an effect. And the effect you are seeking here in this course is the effect of wealth. You want to be rich. So, you will do things according to the laws of the universe, and for that, the best thing to do is everything the author teaches. And the author teaches that the science of getting rich consists of focusing on the cause. Focus on the cause of wealth. What makes a person rich is the way they think, and of course, how a rich person acts, and also how a rich person does business. Focus on that, and the consequence in your life will be wealth. So, don't forget, doing things in a certain way consists of doing things according to the laws of the universe, and these laws are governed by energy and vibration. And it all starts with your way of thinking, with your way of looking at life. So start getting used to these laws, and wealth will surely come to you. Start vibrating positively, and things will start to work out. And it all starts with your decision to change your life. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next chapter.